Greetings and blessings, my spiritual family. My name is Dustin Dunbar. I've been doing a video series on the universal laws. And yes, we finally made it. We finally made it to the last one. What is it? It's the law of obedience. Now, we have a tendency to obey our legal laws more than we obey the universal laws. If we don't pay our taxes, we risk financial penalties. If we don't pay our speeding ticket, we can go to jail. If we don't pay that meter, we risk getting a ticket. But we don't understand how the universal laws work. And this is why I teach these. We're more in tune to our legal system and how legal laws work, but the universal laws work very similar. And, the laws of the universe, you kind of have to have more faith in them. By living by these universal laws, you understand that you have to put them first in your awareness. You got to be aware of these universal laws, right? And then when you put them in your awareness, like how often are you speeding down the freeway and you get pulled over and you get a ticket? You're aware that you broke a law, but we don't even give 1 second when we break the universal laws. And we got to be in tune with these spiritual laws, these universal laws. Because what are we doing when we're not in tune with these universal laws? We are denying ourselves of what we should be getting, the pleasures in life. And being in harmony with the universe will only bring you happiness and joy. But you have to obey the universe, and the universe will obey you. Now, we can show respect to the universe in different ways. When you think of obey, I think of respect. And when you respect somebody in a different way, one example is like when I'm talking and you're listening to me. You're respecting me while I'm talking to you. You're showing attention and listening to everything I say. That's a form of respect. Another way is when you are respecting the universe and these universal laws, then they work with you and they reward you with whatever you want. But you have to be in order to achieve success, prosperity, money, abundance, health. You got to obey these laws. When we start acting regardless and we are disobedient, then we start getting what we don't want in life. We are so in tune to that. We are always manifesting what we don't want in our world instead of what we do want in our world. For example, if you always see yourself as the victim or that your life is always out of control, you're probably disobeying the law of creation and thinking. You're thinking these thoughts and you're recreating them and replaying them over and over and over in your mind. If you find that you have nothing but problems in your life and there's obstacles and you're probably not using the law of non-resistance. You're resisting everything in your life. So if you're resisting everything in your life, as Carl Jung would say, everything you resist persists and grows in size. So what are you doing? You're creating more obstacles. By thinking of obstacles, you're creating obstacles. And then if you are just thinking, life is just this miserable place and you're never happy, well, you're using probably the law of attraction, of like versus like, and attracting those negative thoughts back and forth. This is why studying these universal laws is so important. And, the first time I heard about these universal laws was this book right here. It's called The Secret. Yes, it's The Secret. But you find out that the secret is the end result is the law of attraction. But they don't teach you the law of attraction. They just show you a bunch of people who achieve the secret, which is the law of attraction. But as you've been following me, you understand that there's so much more about these universal laws. There's 21 of them. They're only talking about one, the law of attraction. The law of attraction should be called the law of results, right? You're only getting the same results back that you're sending out. So everybody's getting the same results. I know you just like successful people, and it's, a bunch of inspiring people are in there. And it's a great book. And it motivated me because I was like, I read the whole book and I'm like, what really is a secret? Because I don't understand how the universal laws work. They don't really tell you how all the universal laws work. They just tell you about the secret. And, it's one of those things, right? It's just life. They're not going to tell you all these things. Like, I find on the internet that they want you to buy something for the information that I'm giving you for free. This is my law of receiving. I am giving this to you with no attachment. I'm hoping it's resonating with you and that you are getting inspired like me and learning about these universal laws and applying them to everyday life and being able to change your world. When we study that, we are in harmony and at peace, but when we think of negative actions and do inappropriate things, we're going to get the same thing back. That's why these universal laws are here. They're here to maintain peace and harmony in our lives. And when we work with these universal laws, they reward us. Like as Paramahansa Yogananda, my guru up there would say, if you possess happiness, you possess everything. And to be happy is to be in tune with God. Yes, when you use these universal laws, you are in tune with God, and you can put them into your awareness, and you start working with them. You start reaping the benefits of them. But if you just like don't acknowledge them, and you just don't say, hey, I'm ignorant of them, it doesn't mean anything. They're still always working in the background, just like the law of gravity. You throw a rock up, it's going to come back down, regardless if you believe the rock's going to come up or down. It's like these universal laws. They're always working. And when you discover the benefits of these universal laws, like I have, this is why it's so important to me. I am so excited that I'm changing my life in so many different ways, from losing weight to quit smoking to giving up video games. I had a terrible video game addiction, and I gave that up. Fantasy sports. I was addicted to fantasy sports. I had every single fantasy sport thing in there. I gave all that up. Coffee, you name it. I was all able to achieve all these success by applying these laws and being able to achieve what I want. But I had to have the goal, right? I had to set my mindset up first, and I had to believe in it, and I had to visualize it, and I had to already think about I already achieved it, and then the universe provided, and it will be. But you got to work with these universal laws, because the universe doesn't discriminate. The universe doesn't care. You got to be in tune with them. When you discover how to work with these universal laws and to be obedient to these laws and show respect to them, then you're using this law, the law of obedience. The law of obedience means to show respect to the universe. So don't fight these laws. They're always working. Man didn't create them. You can't write over these laws. These laws, you can't fight. If you fight these laws, they're going to fight you back. When you deny these laws, you're denying yourself. So stop denying yourself. Stop blaming life. Stop saying that you're the victim in life. Stop saying that, this world is a miserable place. Because guess what? You're paying the ultimate price with yourself, with your world, and what you're creating. These laws are always working. Even in this very moment of this video, they are always working. And if you're not in tune with them, then you're gonna get the desires you don't achieve. Like as Michael Jackson said in the song, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make this change. No message could have been any clearer. If I want to make the world a better place, take a look at myself and make that change. Woo! Yes! You can make that change. You can make that change in your life, but it starts with you, and it starts with your thoughts. You see, the law of obedience teaches us that the universe is always working, regardless if you think about it or not. See, if you live an undisciplined life, more than likely you're not going to succeed in life. If you desire more money, a better career, a better relationship, you got to work with these universal laws in order to succeed. If you follow these laws, you're not going to succeed and get your dreams of your life to what it could be at its fullest. As soon as you understand these universal laws, you are able to change. That's how I am. I am so excited to discover these universal laws because they've changed my world so much. That's why I'm so passionate about doing this and telling everybody I can about these universal laws who's willing to listen to me, because I can change my world. And if I can change my world, you can change your world. I was an angry person all the time. I didn't understand how to change my thoughts. I thought the world was this miserable place. I just didn't know I was recreating the same patterns in my life over and over and over, using the law of attraction and attracting them always to myself. I was creating the whole thing myself, but I didn't understand that. I wanted to blame outside situations, people, places, situations. It was always them until I started to take responsibility for myself, my actions and my words and my thoughts. Then I was able to work with these universal laws. You understand that whatever vibration of energy you send out comes right back to you at equal great force. Then you start to be more conscious of what you're trying to say and convey. And then you start to show more loving action in everything that you do. And when you start doing that, you start showing appreciation. You start showing appreciation. You start showing gratitude. Guess what? You start getting more abundance. You start giving things away. You start receiving more. And you start receiving more, you start giving more. And then the cycle continues. And it's this beautiful harmony and balance in your life. And too much we are on the other side where we're just take, but we're never giving. And then we're in this unbalanced state in our lives. So we no longer have to live in this suffering. As Buddha said, all things that are a result of our thought. And if man speaks of evil thoughts, pain will follow. And if man speaks of acts of pure thoughts, happiness will follow like a shadow that never leaves. You do not have to live in suffering anymore. Create the life you want to live. If you understand and apply these universal laws, you can get everything you want. Work with the universe. Work with the results that you wish to get. Imagine eliminating all the frustration and confusion in your life that you've been experiencing the whole time. When you start to work with these universal laws, you start to achieve success in a short period of time. When you're aligned and in balance and believe in these laws, then guess what? You are getting what you want. But the mind is always constant at war, right? The mind is always that constant at war of our beliefs, our thoughts, our words, our actions. And we corrupt ourselves and we make irrational decisions by all these thoughts. Stop destroying your life with these thoughts. Stop creating a war. I'm teaching you another way. There is peace in your mind. You can stop destroying your life. You can make a change. You can shift your perspective and start making better practices in your life by applying these universal laws and making it a practice. You are making a change and stopping the war in your mind. But what are we doing in the past? Whatever we're doing in the past, if you're not achieving your success and goals, then it's not working. And this is another way that it can work for you. And whatever you get, you can get in life if you apply these universal laws. That's the magic of the universe, is these universal laws. You got to work with them. Or you can blame these laws and say you're a victim. You can say life is a blessing or life is a curse. But the choice is yours, because guess what? That's right. You are the conscious creator. If you like what I'm saying, please follow me on Facebook under the Universal Consciousness. Or subscribe and like my video, Dustin Dunbar, the Universal Consciousness, as well as Instagram and Twitter. And you guys have a blessed day.